Ayy, them bitches be stand when a young nigga hop out. If you play with my game, bitch, you know we gon' rock out. Whole lot of rods in the back of the head. Now play with my game, you get put in a grave.
What's up, guys? It's Big Mo. I got another reaction video, but today's topic is gonna be on NBA YoungBoy, the dark truth. But he do claim the industry is demonic. We all know that. Come on, guys. If you don't know, you need to wake up. Please wake up. But shit, we're gonna get right to it though.
In today's episode, we will be talking about NBA YoungBoy. Let's get right into it. Over the years, NBA YoungBoy has become one of the most successful rappers in the music industry, dropping several hit songs and building one of the most loyal fan base hip-hop has ever seen. YoungBoy's fans are the definition of a cult following, as they support whatever he decides to put out. Not many artists make it to the level YoungBoy has made it to, and in fact, most artists who came out at the same time as YoungBoy have long fallen off. While YoungBoy became one of the biggest rappers in the world, all the success he has achieved has come paired with controversy. His career has been plagued with numerous arrests and criminal charges, alongside many other controversies. It's obvious the fame and success YoungBoy has achieved has come with its downside, something YoungBoy has spoken about himself. While the industry has given fame, money, and power to YoungBoy, it came at a price that is destroying the young artist. YoungBoy did make it to the top of the music industry and signed a multi-million-dollar deal, but it cost him his soul to get there. The music industry is a dark, demonic place full of demons disguised as people. YoungBoy himself became one of those demons in order to have the world. He knew the true evil found inside the music industry and let himself get consumed by it for the love of money and fame. He sold his soul to this demonic industry to have the world, and now has the world but is soulless. When YoungBoy signed on the dotted line, he became a tool for the elite to use, a weapon to further destroy the urban communities. YoungBoy's music glamorizes death, hatred, and ignorance, everything that is plaguing the urban community. He gave himself to this demonic industry, and this is something he admitted himself in a recent Complex interview. About a week ago, YoungBoy was interviewed by Complex at his house, where he made some very revealing statements before abruptly ending the interview and walking off. According to YoungBoy, he agreed to be a part of this demonic industry because of money, and that he knows he is being used to spread destruction.
Just stop it. Stop the fucking line.
You said that music, like in terms of getting paid, it's like the biggest thing on your name.
Because Atlanta is the mind industry that I chose to be a part of. So like I accept that I don't really, but don't be a dominant at the same time. You gotta understand that using it as entertainment and it becomes self-destruction too. Because I ain't entertainment. You know, you can't be spoken why. English is to be continued.
Is in terms of like every time it's
As you heard for yourself, YoungBoy admits the music industry is a demonic industry, but he also admitted that he joined that industry knowing this, doing it for the love of money. He said they're using him as entertainment, but it becomes self-destructive, meaning he is being used to spread destruction. YoungBoy even admits he can't get too deep into it because he took an oath of secrecy, an oath that he can't break. YoungBoy knew he was talking too much and had already said too much, and it's the reason he tells the interviewer that they were talking too much and stormed off. He knew he was putting himself in hot water for what he was saying. He admits he is being used to push a destructive agenda to his own people. He knows what he has been doing is demonic, spreading destruction, and we can see it take a toll over him. He knows he is in business with demons, and he has been since a teenager. YoungBoy has shown the signs since he first came into the music industry that for him to get to those heights, he had to take the Masonic oath. All the way at the start of YoungBoy's career, he secretly revealed he was a part of the Freemasons. In this music video for the song Fact, one of his first music videos, YoungBoy and his crew could be seen wearing Freemasonic pendant chains. Since the beginning of his career, YoungBoy has been showing who is truly behind his success. We know the Freemasons have total control over the music industry and everything that has influence over the masses, and it's the same with YoungBoy. These are the demons he is talking about, and this is what he means by being a part of it. I believe YoungBoy was more than likely a member of the Masonic Demolay organization for young boys, as in order to be a Mason you must be 21 in most states. During this video, YoungBoy couldn't be older than 16 or 17. The Demolay is a Masonic organization for the youth, for teens into the
What if I told you for just $1 down, you could get a brand new computer or camera
age of 21. Walt Disney is one of the most famous members of the Demolay organization, but now it might honestly be YoungBoy. YoungBoy has been showing Masonic imagery since the beginning, and it's something he still does to this very day. Some of you might remember when me and Emma spoke about this music video for YoungBoy's song Like a Jungle. The beginning of the music video shows YoungBoy rising out of a casket. While this might just look like music video nonsense, this is not the case. This scene is actually replicating a real initiation ritual done by Freemasons. Once a Freemason becomes a member and passes through the first 3 degrees, they officially become a Master Mason. In order to become a Master Mason, one must perform the Hiram Abiff ritual, which is a rebirth ritual every Master Mason goes through. Just like those who follow Christ are reborn through Jesus, those who become Masons are put through a Masonic rebirth. The men who go through these rituals is put in a tomb which represents his death, and when he is brought out, he has been reborn. This is what NBA YoungBoy is showing us in this very music video. Another artist who did the same ritual was the Latin rapper Anuel, who in his music video put in a tomb which represents his death, and when he is brought out, he has been reborn. This is what NBA YoungBoy is showing us in this very music video. Another artist who did the same ritual was the Latin rapper Anuel, who in his music video for the song Illuminati featuring Lil Pump can be seen doing the same Masonic initiation ritual. The Masons are the demons YoungBoy is referring to, the demons he joined to have the world. He wanted it all, the money, the fame, and the power, and was willing to pay for it with his soul. We can see what this demonic industry has done to YoungBoy over the years. YoungBoy came into the industry acting like the biggest thug. He made his image on being the super thug, but just like the other rappers, he is being used to push the Lil Nas X agenda. We spoke about him wearing makeup and painting his nails. When YoungBoy did this,
this right here, guys, hey, you know, they cover their eyes up with the makeup and black eyes and all that shit, but it's still, we call that the panda eyes. That shit is the panda eyes, man. But he is still pushing the zesty agenda. But this right here, man, the panda eyes, man, that's bad, man. Getting abused. I don't even want to finish that sentence. I'm going to just go back and continue the damn video.
He claimed this was him being his true self, saying in a Clubhouse interview, "I like painting my face, putting makeup on, that's me being myself." This was on direct orders of those demons who control his career. He is one of the biggest puppets the music industry has ever seen. He pushes everything these demons instruct him to push. This is what taking the Masonic oath and being chosen looks like. Yes, you get to have the world, but this is what you become, a shell of what you once were. YoungBoy has become like the demons he himself was speaking about. If you ask yourself why is the youth so lost nowadays, it's because of artists like YoungBoy. YoungBoy is one of the biggest influence on the youth. So many kids want to be just like him. You can find videos all over Instagram showing young fans praising and trying to imitate him. This is why the youth is out of control nowadays. This is why younger and younger kids are throwing away their lives. The demons behind YoungBoy use him like a puppet, dangling the strings, pushing whatever agenda they want through his music and character. So when YoungBoy is talking about this demonic industry, he is referring to those demons at the top, the elite, who are controlling him, who are dictating his every move.
You know what's interesting is that he said that on that interview, but on another interview he says that his music is causing destruction in the youth, and he isn't happy or comfortable with it, and he wants to stop that. He also did an interview with academics where I don't know what he revealed, because he told academics to hold the interview until he passes away and then to release it. He's definitely playing both sides. You see with YoungBoy, it ain't hard to see that he took the oath. He been protected since day one. Just look at all the times when YoungBoy got arrested with some serious accusations, but ends up free. I know people who did many years for a lot less, but they let NBA YoungBoy go free. Like the first time he got arrested, it was for a drive-by where witnesses said they saw him hanging out the car with a weapon, dumping at his ops. They arrested him, but he managed to finesse his way out. He also got arrested again for the music video situation, where accused of being around weapons while he's not supposed to be. And that when a judge gave him bail, even though when he was arrested, he ran on police and proved he was a flight risk. Instead of keeping him locked up, they give him house arrest where he can live like a king. He took the oath, and that's what's keeping him out of trouble.
Exactly, and like you said at the beginning, he's definitely playing both sides, because one moment he's against the violence, the next moment he's promoting violence. And the same thing in that interview. He knows that he is being used for destruction, but because
if y'all don't got Arcade, y'all better get Arcade. Arcade has the best samples in the game. It's about to be
the money they're paying him is too good and the life he's living is too good, he is not gonna stop. Even though he knows he has all this blood on his hands, all these kids that got in cars and went to do drills, listening to his music, being influenced by his music, doing things that they would have not done. These 14, 15-year-old kids should be playing video games at home. Instead, they're trying to turn real life into Call of Duty because of an NBA YoungBoy song. And if you look at YoungBoy since the beginning, when they put him in the industry, he was around people like Birdman. Birdman was behind Young Thug. In the situation with Young Thug, when Young Thug tried to take out Lil Wayne, Birdman tried to use Young Thug to take out Lil Wayne because he owed millions to Lil Wayne. What better way to get rid of his problem? Make the new artist that he's messing with fill up his brains with a bunch of nonsense, manipulate him, and have him take the problem out. That's what Birdman was doing.
Birdman is just like Diddy. They take the young kids, they corrupt them. YoungBoy had a relationship with Birdman early in his career. That is never a good sign. We all know what Birdman did to Wayne. Wayne admitted it himself that Birdman groomed him. We all saw the picture of Birdman and Lil Wayne kissing on the lips, calling him his daddy. This is some Diddy activity. It's the reason NBA YoungBoy has been dressing and acting sus, wearing makeup, painting his nails. This is far from the thug he claims to be. I don't know if you saw NBA YoungBoy running with McConan, the rapper that signed to Drake and sang the Tuesday song. McConan came out as gay long ago. Then you see YoungBoy running around with him like that's his bestie. Come on, man. We know what YoungBoy is up to nowadays. Like you see all the time, Truth. They use the biggest artists to push the Lil Nas agenda.
This is what YoungBoy is doing. He came out, this thug image, this big gangster, had all of his fans supporting him because so many kids in urban communities are already living in situations like this. They already see this on day to day. So they want to look up to this super thug, like this superhuman thug, this superhero thug. And then YoungBoy knows that he has all this influence and he starts dressing like a girl. He starts painting his nails. He starts pushing the Lil Nas X agenda that the demons above him, the demons that he called out, are telling him to do. YoungBoy is probably not even into that kind of stuff, but they already corrupted him and made sure that he's into that kind of stuff, at least in his public image. This is why he's putting things out like this. This is why he's talking about that he feels like himself when he's painting his face and putting on nail polish. He is trying to influence the youth to do the same. He wants the youth.
Guys, if you want to go to the music industry, man, don't even think about going there. You better be built. If you think about going, man, you got to be built for it, but stay away from the music industry, man. Just be independent. Be your damn self. Don't sign deals with nobody. Don't sign any contract. I don't care. Do not do it. But let's get back to it.
To, yeah, you're thugs, but you can paint your nails and be sus. You know, you could do these things.
They're trying to make it okay to paint your nails. Like Lil Yachty got his own nail polish brand. This is what they're pushing on our kids. You know, like you just said, you could be a thug. You could be a dude that wants to do drills, because what you gonna have on in your car or in your ears before you do a drill? You're not gonna have gospel music on. You're gonna have some NBA YoungBoy, King Von. You know what I mean? Like, they really using this kid for evil. That's for sure. Y'all remember not that long ago, he was on the Stop Violence tour. People actually fell for that, not realizing that was off his court case, which they should have noticed off jump. He wanted to clear up and look good for the courts. Literally months after saying he would stop the violence, he was dissing Dirk and stating he was going to perform in Chicago. All YoungBoy does is sell beef like many other artists. That's how he keeps himself relevant. He was never going to stop the violence because it will stop his money. He's going to continue to promote violence and chaos to his fans. And they're going to destroy their lives following these songs.
Like so many other. How many people don't you know growing up that threw their lives away while listening to Wayne, while listening to 50 Cent, while listening to all these gangster rappers that me, myself, as a child grew up listening to? I grew up in the Bronx. Everybody I knew was influenced by a rapper. A lot of people like to deny this. A lot of people like, oh, I can't be influenced by nobody. That's impossible. That's not true. If you just do a little bit of study on the brain, you realize that our brains are like a sponge. Everything that we see, everything that we hear, everything that we consume influences us and makes us who we are.
We are. Yeah. I say this. I say that we are who we listen to. I listen to gangster rap. I'm going to be a gangster. Whether I'm really a gangster or not, I'm going to want to be a gangster. I listen to Russ. I'm a lover boy. This is just what it is. Like you just said, your brain is like a sponge. It's going to soak it all up. So you're going to become what you listen to. This is why the youth is committing these crimes that at such a high rate, it doesn't even make sense. this is the most time right now that we've seen in the hip hop game where the artists are just promoting it. I mean, we've seen Biggie and Pac. It's always the same beef. But nowadays, it's at an all-time high. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, specifically in the drill music scene. You know, not
Look at it
everybody's
this
from New
way.
York, so they don't really get to see
NBA
it. But
YoungBoy
like
is the
those that are
pop.
from New York and Chicago, we
Little
see it. We
Dirk
know exactly
is the
what
biggie.
this beef thing leads to, how many kids end up in prison
that
or in a
perspective.
casket because of this music, because of trying to make the hot drill song. And in order to make a hot drill song, you have to have a body that goes along with the lyrics.
Guys, for 1 minute, don't think Tupac wasn't pushing the zesty agenda either. Don't even think he wasn't, because he was.
You can't just make a song about catching bodies that don't exist. And these are what these kids are literally manipulated to think. Trap Lord Ross made a hour-long, I think it was 4-hour-long documentary, or I think it's 6-hour-long documentary on YoungBoy. And he was talking about how YoungBoy, was he a real gangster or was he a fake gangster that really had bodies? YoungBoy, instead of denying all the allegations, made a song where he basically implies that, yeah, he caught all those bodies. He's really about that life and he's willing to do these things when we know that's not the truth. I don't think YoungBoy has any bodies. I don't think YoungBoy's really doing this. I think that YoungBoy, yes, has gotten himself into criminal activity and his connections, his Masonic connections have gotten him out. But I do not believe that YoungBoy is really out here catching bodies. He's rapping about it, he's promoting it, and maybe he's a tie to some people that did it. But the reason he's doing this is because he knows that the record label, they're not gonna push his music unless he's talking about this.
No, of course not. When have you ever heard a NBA YoungBoy song that's not promoting violence in some kind of way? And if it isn't, the next one is. He could throw out a love song like Little Dirk. They do it. The people that they surround themselves around will do anything for money. And this is another reason why these rappers just get away with everything.
The biggest red flag of all of this is that Mason chain that he has at 16, 17-year-old at the beginning of his music career. That lets you know from the beginning. He's being groomed. He's been controlled. They made him. It didn't exist before this. The industry knows that in order to sell an artist, he has to look as authentic as possible. That's why they go to these hoods and get these artists. They used to make them in a factory, essentially. Now they go to the hood, they make these guys take the oath, they get into their brain, they make them push whatever they want, and the artist is gonna do whatever they're told to not be broken poor. And some of these artists, like we've already seen, they truly follow the occult. You know, they're devoted to the craft and they know all this stuff. But then there's people like YoungBoy and other artists who are not that devoted, but they take the oath and they have to climb in degrees, they have to climb in the system to make it to the top. This is what I believe is going on with YoungBoy. If it's not YoungBoy himself, it's definitely his management or someone on top of him. But he is definitely a Masonic puppet. He's being moved like a pawn, affecting so many lives.
You know that they're comparing
like
him
his wife.
to Tupac, right?
feel like
They're
she's
calling
like
him
a
the Tupac
handler.
of this generation.
Yeah, I've
To
seen
me,
so
I
many
don't know.
people
That's
say
just
that.
my
And it's
opinion,
funny
but I feel
because
like she's
I
a
myself
handler,
think
honestly.
Tupac, I know Tupac was not
Her
what he
and
claims to be.
Jason,
He presented himself as a gangster.
those
He
two.
said all these things, but he was really a theater kid. I made a whole video about this that got taken down, and I had to remake the video and put it back up. It got taken down because the photographer that
See?
took Tupac's picture, his last picture with him and Suge Knight in the
See?
car, did a manual
He
takedown
pushed
strike
that
on my
agenda
video,
too.
claiming copyright-related
Don't think
content
he was
over
just
that photo that
gangsta.
every other person has used. But they took my video
Come on,
down
guys,
because
wake
I was
up.
exposing
Please
the
wake
truth.
up.
And I've already seen so many, it was like with J. Cole. When I exposed J. Cole for being a puppet, so many people were so angry because they're so convinced. They somehow believe that the same system that's creating people like YoungBoy, creating people like Drake, people like Little Dirk, that also created people like J. Cole, but J. Cole is not going to be a part of it. J. Cole is going to be a good person. They're going to give him.
If you work with vocals, let me show you how to
Yeah,
save
they don't
tons
do
of
it.
time
Yeah, he
and
don't
still get
talk about it. He
professional
don't rap
results.
about it.
It's
Man,
called
J. Cole
Xbox.
sold
It's
out
like having
too.
10
I don't
plugins
care.
all in one.
J.
Check
Cole
this out.
sold out too.
All of this power
He
to
sold
influence
out
the
too.
youth, but he's gonna be a good guy. That's not how it works. J. Cole is signed to Jay-Z.
That's a fact. I'm glad you just said that because I hope they took that in. I really hope you people are taking this in what he's
Jay-Z's
saying right
evil.
now.
The Masons are
Beyonce's
duality. They
evil.
have to have both sides. They have to have what looks to be a good message, and they have
She's
to
a
have
witch.
the opposite. But it all comes from the same thing.
Controlled. It's all being controlled. No matter how you put it, you're still being controlled.
Exactly. You cannot praise any of these people in the industry and just think that, oh, well, this one is not, but he is. He's a Masonic puppet, but this one's not. No. If they're signed to a major record label and getting all of these millions of dollars from this major label and are
Yeah.
pushing this agenda, just because you like the artist and you think he stands for something positive, that's not the case. You got to look for what it really is. We have proven J. Cole took the oath. He said this himself in one of his songs. He He admitted he sold his soul.
Didn't he have an album cover with the devil on it?
Yes, the Born Sinner album.
She knows.
Yeah, the opposite of a winner. He
I
once
remember that
again,
album.
this is all fact. Like he just said, you can't just come back and switch it up now. You took the oath. J. Cole drops a song today, it gets 20 million views overnight. That don't just happen because you're J. Cole.
And that's the thing. You got to control both sides. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Even with YoungBoy, that's what YoungBoy's doing. One moment, oh, I'm good. I want to stop the violence. Let's stop the violence. Let's not do this. And the next moment, I'm going to drill all the ops. I'm taking everybody out. Everyone's an op. That is counterintuitive. That is literally destruction right in front of us. We're seeing that he is playing both sides, that he has controlled opposition, and he's not truly on our side. Still, there's going to be so many people that are going to say that Tupac and J. Cole and all these guys against the industry, like Kanye. They think Kanye is against the industry. But come on, like anybody with eyes and a brain knows that Kanye is one of the biggest Masonic puppets to ever live. What YoungBoy said is important to note because we see so many artists, little by little, hint at these little secrets and stuff that happens. YoungBoy just did this, and we have to take it as literal. The industry is ran by demons, and he is working for those demons. We cannot forget that. Do not let these artists influence you. Do not let these artists guide you in the wrong direction. They are literally guiding you to the gates of hell. That's literally where they're taking you to. Avoid it at all costs. If you listen to the music, I'm not judging you, but I am telling you to be aware of the message at the core of the music.
Just like Lil Durk said in his song, when he was talking about paying bail for his brothers, he said, he pay they bail even though they going to hell. Those are my brothers forever, forever. Yeah, I'm going to hell. And then like 3 or 4 bars later, he's talking about, I feel better getting deep in religion. It doesn't make any sense.
Controlled opposition, playing both sides. Of course, everybody in the industry is going to act like they're Christians or Muslims or all this while they're guiding people in the opposite direction of those religions. But that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping by. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Well, hey guys, y'all see, you see this shit for what it is. You guys got to wake up. Y'all got to wake up. It's time for you to wake up. But it's Big Mo, guys. Please subscribe if you new. Comment and like, and let me know what you want me to react to. Peace out.
Hey, them bitches be stand when a young nigga hop out. If you play with my game, bitch, you know we gon' rock out. Whole lot of rods in the back of the head. If you play with my game, you get put in a grave. If you play with my game, you get put